Hello and welcome to the superfunawesomehappytime pedal show. My name is Gabor.
Hey, welcome. I'm Alex.
And today we've
got a REVV the D20.
Yes.
Yeah.
REVV D20. Big thank you to Kyle and everyone at Rev Amps for being so absolutely awesome and looking after us with this. Yes, it's a D20. It's a 20 watt all tube or valve, depending on where you are in the world, amp. With a single channel, sort of based on the clean channel of the Dynamis amp, with a few extra benefits.
Yes, amps with benefits.
Amps with benefits.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, up the front here, you've got gain, treble, mid, bass, and volume.
Sorry. Before we go on,
Oh yeah,
the logo lights up.
It lights up.
So that's the
Just for that.
that's the most important thing.
And even more important, at the back, and we'll show some photos of the stuff in the back.
Yeah.
There is an actual plug that you can plug in that then goes to a cabinet, and if you use a Rev cabinet, the logo on a cabinet lights up. Now, just for that, I mean, come on.
That's cool.
Just for that. Okay,
Now
so up the front, sorted. We've got gain, treble, mid, bass, and volume. The gain is a push knob thing, which is a boost, which gives you kind of like a gainy, overdrivey thing. It's actually quite a cool, sort of fairly unique sounding drive. You've got 20 watts, or you can switch it down to 4 watts. Up the front here, you've got a pre and post, which we'll get into later, that has more to do with the two-note side of it, the speaker cabinet emulation side of things. You've got a headphone out with a level, which is also the level of the two-notes cab emulation out. And then, speaking of two-notes cab emulation, you've got virtual cabinets. You can store 6 on the front panel. You can actually store 122 possibly via MIDI on there, so because it's got MIDI in the back. And in the back you've got and we'll show the picture of the back now. You've got the speaker out, which is 8 or 4 ohms. You've got a little switch next to it where you can turn the cabinet simulation on and off. And if you push it in, it actually turns the speaker off, and there's a connected load. But if you unplug the speaker cable, it automatically goes to the load, so you don't have to have a speaker connected.
Yeah.
Then you have an effects loop, which at the moment we have the Dark World. Can you see one of those? You can possibly see the Dark World by Chase Bliss for some reverb. And then you have a DI out, which is an XLR DI out for the two-note stuff. And then you've got MIDI and some other things that I can't think of right now.
The logo light power.
The logo light power,
yep.
And a power thing as well. And tube biasing. So you can actually bias the tubes.
That's on the outside.
And the tubes are 6v6s in this. So there's 12x7s in the preamp and 6v6s in the power amp. Okay, so we're going to start off with the speaker, not the cab simulation. So that's off at the moment. We're on 20 watts. Most of the knobs are at about 12 o'clock.
Yeah, let's go 12.
Oh, in a clean channel? We're in a clean channel.
Yep.
12 o'clock. Do you want to start?
Sure.
With T-style Tompkins guitar.
Yep. And neck pickup on this one.
Oh, yeah. So to switch it down to 4 watts and crank the volume, so we get some of that sort of saturation from the tube amps, the power tube side of things as well.
Definitely starts to blow out. Yeah.
Okay, so what I also wanted to mention is we're going into a 1x12 open back cabinet with a greenback, mic'd with an SM57, and we're gonna do IR related stuff with that later as well. Okay, so that's basically the clean channel. So for a relatively low output guitar, it goes to that mild breakup. If you switch it down to 4 watts and really crank it, because it does get quite loud on 20 watts.
Yeah, there is a big jump in volume, so it's good for recording and home rehearsal type stuff.
With recording, you just don't use it. You just use the cabinet simulation. Or that. But anyway, we'll get into that. So let's go back to 20 watts just for now. And now, should we just try the same thing with this guitar? So this is the Parts Mastercaster Blaster. And there's a video about it here. Martin A. Smith pickups, which sound absolutely fantastic. So it's a vintage style Jazzmaster in the neck and a vintage style sort of spec'd to vintage specs, wide range in the bridge. Mako guitar's neck. Like I said, everything about it is up there. Killer guitar, and it sounds suchly. And now with the more humbucker style. Three takes. Yeah, so it's a quite a lovely sounding amp. I especially actually with this particular guitar, I actually really quite like it. This one in my red Jazzmaster, just lovely sound.
Yeah, it's got this unique kind of breakup, doesn't it?
It does. It doesn't sound like any other amps I have.
No.
What did have the tone rolled off? Ever so slightly. Hang on. So this is the same thing without the tone rolled off.
More tone.
But it's just a lovely sound. Okay, so should we try now the gain stage? So if you pull the thing out,
let's go down.
Should we turn the reverb off because people whinge? Sure. It's quite. It's a unique sounding drive.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
And then especially if you crank it. And then if we go down to 4 watts and crank the volume too.
Very cool.
Angry.
Let's have a go at the telly.
Okay.
That. This looks fun. Ah. Crunchy.
Crunchy. Now, if that's not quite enough gain for you, what could you possibly do to get more gain?
Build a fire under it now. Hey,
Well, we've got two pedals here.
pedals
We'll
here.
show pictures of them. We've got a Keeley Oxblood, which is kind of like their version on a Klon with a bit extra gainage.
Yep.
And we also have the Mostronics Expand Drive, which is kind of like his version on the Tube Screamer, just to kind of boost the front end of it.
So let's go kind of maybe edge a breakup.
Actually, let's start clean on
Sure.
the clean channel and run either or into them.
Okay.
Do you want to start?
Sure.
So that's the Oxblood.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Let me try. So this is a clean. So it sounds cool. Okay, Tube Screamer.
Takes it really well, hey.
I think, well, they talk about it that it's a pedal platform amp, but I really do think it is. It's just a very neutral sort of clean,
Yeah.
and it just takes the pedals extremely well. Okay, Expand Drive.
Okay. Maybe just put some talent on. There we go.
But now with the Tube Screamer, let's do what you meant to do with the Tube Screamer and kind of run it into a slightly driven amp. So let's just pull that out again. We're going to get some comments about the faces.
Yep.
Sounds
Yeah.
killer.
It does that thing of just because of that slightly mid forward thing, you don't get the blowout in the bottom end, so it still stays focused, even though it's really pushing.
T-style. Expand Drive.
Is it a Jazz Master?
No, T-style. Tube Screamer
I
style.
thought you meant-
TS style. Well, that's a JM style, yeah. Just different things. Check the video of the Expand Drive here. Okay, now, again, turn it off for the people that whinge, and there will be people whinging. So that's now just the amp fairly cranked.
I'll just turn the output down.
Turn the output down. Okay, Tube Screamer into more cranked amp. Great.
Whew.
Okay, let's do the same thing with the Oxblood. So,
It's gone down to 4 watts, and I'm
cranking, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably a bit.
That was both of them on.
Wow.
It takes pedals really, really well.
Yep.
I like it. Should we quickly just...
Yeah.
Quickly.
Humbucks.
Humbugery, yeah. I mean, more higher output. Humbuckers. Carvin or Kiesel CT6 all stock in drop C-sharp tuning, which, let's just start clean-ish. Sounds actually... There's a lot of bottom end there.
CLBs.
A lot more gain. So this is on the clean channel, but with the gain basically cranked. Let's go driven, or not channel, but I mean the boost side of things. So this is mostly just cranking a volume, kind of like what you would do with a Klon style pedal.
Is it degenting?
I don't know.
Yeah, but like, because you do lose a slight bit of bottom end with gain pedals, it cleans it up, tightens it up.
Yeah.
Because of your stupid tuning there.
Let's do the same thing with the TS style expand drive. Oh yeah. I can't do that stuff properly. I'm good at this. It just, it tightens it up. I mean, I did the thing, we had the volume cranked, the gain pretty much all the way down on the TS style thing, and a tone sort of in the middle. It just embiggens it.
Yeah.
Works great.
We'll go with some P90s before.
P90s? And people keep whinging about that. Oh, why don't you turn the treble up a bit more? It's always so muffled, which it doesn't in my opinion. But okay, let's turn the treble up. Let's be bright. No.
He's your favourite.
No, he's not. Okay, expand drive, tube streamers kind of thing.
No, he's not.
No. the staring thing again. It's a bit weird. Okay, I mean, that's that. And we had the reverb on, yeah, so I can't hear it because the reverb's on there.
But it's, it does take gain really well.
It takes gain pedals really, really well.
And it will do the super clean thing nice. Super nice clean thing too. Yeah. So
and on a different note, the plate reverb on the Dark World, that's just wow, I love it.
Did we mention that's in the effects loop?
That's in the effects loop, yeah. Off the.
So that's been keeps all your gain nice and clean.
It's a really super versatile amp. Well, I mean, especially once you take the IR stuff into consideration, which will be in another video actually.
It's coming up next, part 2.
For an amp with 5 knobs and really only one channel, it is quite versatile in what you can get out of it. And I mean, you need some pedals to boost it to get more gain out of it. But and I might have a chat to some people about getting some of the REVV pedals to run into this, and then we do a separate video on that. But it takes pedals really, really well. It takes drives really, really well. I think it has quite a unique sound to it. It has its own kind of tone. So between sort of that Fender, Marshall, well, that's sort of the two things I really got, isn't it? Sort of Fender-y, Marshall-y sort of things I got at home, and your Dumble-y sort of thing here, which is a kind of Fender-y sort of thing. It has its own different sound. It's not quite either of them.
For me, it kind of, even though it's different, it kind of reminds me of the gain stage of like British amps, like maybe an Orange thing or like some Marshall-y stuff, but different.
But different, yeah.
Not.
That's it. That's it. So I think it's a killer amp. Make sure to check out our video where we used the cap sims as well, which may come out later, but let's just say it'll be here at some stage. And I got to also say, and check out for that my unboxing video, which is here. The packaging is just awesome. It's like when you buy an iPad or something like that. But it's a black box, and it's the kind of thing where you pull it out and it's all vacuum kind of packed in there, so it's hard to get out, and everything seals super well. And there's a little tray on top which has the cables in it, because it comes with a USB cable so you can plug into IR stuff. Or not, it's not IRs really. It's their cabinet simulation, 2 notes cabinet simulation. And I mean, that's the other really cool thing is you can, and that will be in the other video, you can not have a speaker connected at all. And just run it straight into your recording software or straight into a PA system. So we'll do another video on that. Big thank you once again to Kyle and everyone at REVV Amps for being absolutely awesome to us and sending this stuff to us. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. And what else should people do while they're online, doing things online?
We got links below to our Facebook and Instagram accounts, and also podcasts. And you can check out a podcast where we chat about this stuff and all the things we've been doing, hanging out, making noise
and stuff.
And stay tuned for part 2 with the cabs sim stuff.
Yes.
It's coming up soon.
And stuff.
Catch you soon.
Bye.